What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
What's up? We still got time left. That don't matter. Let's go.
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome, everybody. What's up? How's it going? Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Will Bird. This is the Cold Beer Confessional. I'm wore out. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't do a show last night. I was fucking
Donna_1966
dying.
just resubscribed for 21 months. 21 months of pure fun and love.
Thank you very much for the resubscription. I appreciate it. I'm wore out. So we have a big thing going on at work this weekend. It starts this weekend, so I'm just killed. I've been working till like, I usually come into work at, during a regular week, I usually come into work at like 12. Sometimes I'm even like being lazy and I'll come in at like 1. I'm talking about noon. I come in at like 1, be lazy. I work till like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7. Maybe the latest I'll be there is like 8 o'clock. Well, here's lately I've been coming in even earlier, like at 10, and I've been working till like 9:30. I worked till I got to the office at 9:18 or something yesterday, and I left right after work. And then today I worked until 8:45, 9 o'clock, something like that. They came in. I'm fucking killed. What are you guys doing? Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. Like I said, I'm Will Bird. This is Cold Beer Confession. If you want to support the show, you can go to coldbeer.fund, coldbeer.fund, where you can make a contribution. There's a lot of cool things you can do there to make your message or your name or something pop up on the screen. That's all with you guys. If you want to contribute to the show, we're 100% funded by viewers right now. Sometimes we have ad revenue, but right now it's 100% funded by viewers if that's something you want to do. And if not, no big deal. What else? I was thinking about today. I was like, I need to tell them. I need to be like, I'm working so goddamn hard. If you guys gave us some donations, I would work. But I still think I'd work there. I'm doing it kind of like as a favor, I guess. It's nowhere near what I typically would make, but I would feel bad leaving now because Mariah kind of volunteered me, and then I feel bad. I would feel bad leaving without anybody. Plus, we live there, so that's a good thing. We can just get out of bed and go straight into work. Learning to walk like I have a shit myself is going great. There you go. I just go ahead and shit myself. Then you have an excuse for walking like that. So I haven't been doing a whole lot. I haven't even really been on Telegram except late in the evenings. I've been writing. I've been putting a script together for a video I want to do on my one. I was going to flat out build a one wheel. Right. I was going to buy all the parts and build the one wheel. But there's like this very specific motor that I want for it because it has like high torque, blah, 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 whatever. There's like a motor that I want. And it is incredibly hard to find. It seems to be that people are talking in like 4 months in shipping. So instead of what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my one wheel that I already have that I just bought from the crackheads. And I'm still going to order that motor. It just won't be here for a while. And I'm still going to build a one wheel. It just won't be here for a while. Instead, what I'm going to do for the first video that we're going to do about it is I'm going to take mine and get rid of the company that makes one wheel is called Future Motion. And they're real big. They're not very right to repair friendly, right? They don't want you working on your one wheel. You can't see any diagnostics. You can't see like the health of the battery. There's a bunch of stuff you can't see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all that down and put a manual vest controller in it. And then from that, we should be able to know all of the stuff that's going on. Why is Rumble not working? Somebody just said, when's he going live? I've been live for like 10 minutes. I'm going to take down I'm going to put a custom controller in it, a bigger battery probably. I'm just going to upgrade mine and get it working better, which would be fun, I think. There's like so much stuff you can do with it once you get rid of like their proprietary software and bullshit. There's a ton of stuff that you can do. Okay, that. Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. Slot 100. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out Rumble. I guess Rumble isn't online right now. I mean, why does it say slot 105? That's weird. It's supposed to be slot 100. How could that get changed to 105? Anyways, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about redoing the one wheel. So you can give it like, you can change everything. You can change like the angles like it works at. You can make it go further. Obviously, I'm going to put a bigger battery in it. I'm going to give it more power, probably more torque. I'm not real worried about like, I'm not trying to set like a speed record, but I'm super concerned about torque because I'm a bigger guy and going uphill, like that's when I need torque. The worst thing that can happen is it like fucking nosedives. And that's because... So technically, there's no way for a one-wheeled vehicle to regulate its own speed, right? It can't just... So you have forward and reverse, but while let's say you're going 26 miles an hour and you're only supposed to go at 25, it can't put on the brakes itself, right? It just can't do it because anything that it would do would throw you off to make you wreck, right? So it can't put off the brakes. So that's when you see, like, you remember I was telling you, like, it gives a warning, and then a lot of people know if you go past the one wheel, or if you go past the warning, you fucking end up nosediving and almost killing yourself. That's because it can't regulate. All it can tell you is, hey, and almost killing yourself. Shit's fucked up, but it can't actually... it can't actually break itself. Like, it can't slow down. But there is a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to use a VESC, which is let's see if we can find it. VESC project. It's called a I actually said this wrong the other day. It's called a VESC. So an ESC is an electronic speed controller. A VESC, I said it was variable. That's not actually what it's based on. It's called, it's this guy who made it. His last name is Vedder, Vedder. Vedder does the Vedder electronic speed control, and they use these for everything. So you use bicycles, skateboards, self-balancing things, off-road things, drones. I use an ESC in all my projects, but the VESC, the Vedder ESC, is apparently the one that we can use for like larger motors. You can get a lot more feedback through it. You can get a lot of diagnosis, troubleshooting. You can change all the curves. So typically, when I'm flying my drone and I use an ESC, it's mapped to a stick, right? So if I put the stick all the way up, it's wide open. If I put the stick all the way down, it's off. But you kind of don't want that with something like an electronic skateboard, something you're going to be riding on, right? You just don't want it to, like, as soon as you hit the throttle, it's wide open. So you have to map that to basically how far you lane. And it should still be like a curve. Like, it shouldn't. A lot of people talk about electric cars and how fast they are. That's because they have instant torque right off the bat, right? They can go from like nothing to wide open just like that by the flip of the switch. But you still have to have it. You still have to have it ramped up. That way, when you're at a dead stop, even if you go full speed, it just has to take off and throw you off of it. It has kind of like build momentum to where you can balance it. So a VESC, a VESC, and an ESC are kind of the same thing, but the VESC is the more advanced version. You can use it in a drone, even though I don't. You can use it in like e-bikes or a lot of skateboards, like off-road electric skateboards. They'll have two of them, especially if they have two motors, or some of them have two that you can build into the motors. It basically gives you full control over like mapping, all the feedback, what it's supposed to do, how it's supposed to act, at what rate, and you kind of become your own technician. Right now, if I wanted to work on my one wheel, Future Motion, the company that makes it, wouldn't like it very much, and there's not much that you can find out about it out there. They're notorious for shutting people down who builds projects, who build like parts and pieces and stuff. There's even a guy that was building like custom foot pads. They were like made out of like wood and grip tape or whatever, like a skateboard deck. They ended up shutting him down. They shut down anybody that builds a project like theirs. So I think I'm going to get rid of that, and then and put it on my own So it'll have a new battery, upgraded VESC, instead of the one for Future Motion that's already in there. A new battery control module, which allows me to charge it differently without the built-in one that they have, which is locked down. So that'll actually, I could technically, or Liam could, you could have an extra battery in your backpack, right? And you could ride and charge it at the same time. Like if you really needed to go somewhere far, like let's say it'll only go 12 miles and you really need to go 15 miles for like your friends are going on a ride or something that's 15 miles. You could have a battery in your backpack and plug it in while you're riding, and it would ride and charge. And a bigger battery for the extended range, and I think that's it. But I'll put a video together for it and make some content around the one wheel to kick back off the Cold Beer Creations channel. If you guys are interested, if you're not, okay, sorry. But we'll see what we can do. I'm pretty excited about it. If you can't tell. We are getting ready for a thing at work, like a yearly event that starts this weekend. So it's all booked out. There's no spots available. I moved probably, I don't know, fucking 2 tons of old leaves today that are like from last year that we had like basically making compost out of them. We just had them big piled up and they were kind of rotting and breaking down. I moved those to all the flower beds today. Redid a couple picnic tables. Got attacked by the largest swarm of gnats I've ever seen in my life. What else did I do? Hauled some shit off that wasn't there. All I've got to do tomorrow is do some mowing and weed eating before people check in. My husband is stoked to watch you build that thing. Yeah, I wish I could go right off the bat and just build my own whole one wheel. There's people that have done it on YouTube. Hold on, I'll show you. There are people who have done it on YouTube already, but I don't know. I think I could do it. I wish I could go ahead and do it, but the motor I want, I'll show you the motor I want too. It's called the Super Flux. It's expensive. It's called the Super Flux is the name of the motor. And then I want the high torque version, the HT version. So it's from a company called Fungineers, and it says Super Flux hub motor. And there's a high torque version. There's a high speed version. So I'm on the high torque version. And it says, I wanted to read about the Thunder Tire single plug-in connector, improved Alcos blocks performance. The high torque version is geared towards higher voltage builds, 20S or more. That's 20 batteries in a series. Uh-oh. Thank you very much. Holy shit. Thank you. That was a large donation. I appreciate it.
Everyone.
Oh, no.
This is to my friend T. Having a bad day, so.
Oh, no. This is like a 3-minute animation.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it on, everyone.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get it on. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Woo. Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
I'll tell you in just a second.
Yeah.
Mostly peaceful, redhead. I didn't technically meet my goal, but I did. So. Yeah, this one's like above a $20 donation or something, I think. I can't remember how high it is.
Okay.
Let me go check. I'm sorry, it's a above a $10 donation. No, above a $20 donation. Oh my goodness, Scott. I like the monkey noises, bro. It's amazing.
Dancing time.
That zoom in. He throws the mic. Dancing time. Ah! Give me some pelvic thrust, buddy. No, just walk like Frankenstein. That's the dance, right? You got it, buddy.
I gotta take a break.
You gotta take it.
That works for you.
It worked for me, buddy. Thank God you took a break. Thank you very much for the donation. So first of all, my phone was, I guess I didn't charge it where I wasn't streaming last night. So I don't know how many steps I walked. It says I didn't even make my 6,000 step goal, but that's because it was in the Jeep a bunch of times charging and I was using my Bluetooth headset. I think it said I did like 5,000 steps instead of 6,000, but there's no fucking way. I probably did 6,000 shovels full. 6,000 just stepping and putting a shovel into a pile of leaves. Not to mention spreading it all out, loading it all up, and all the shit, all the other shit I did. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. But we are getting ready. This is so sickening and funny at the same time. Yeah, that's basically my life. Welcome to it. It's not too close. Worked for me twice. That's right. So the high torque version, thank you for that donation. That's President T1. The high torque version is geared towards higher voltage builds, 20S. So 20S, when you're talking about batteries, you have P and S's. A 20S is 20 batteries in series, which ups the voltage. And then you would have those in parallel. So you could have like an 18 series 45 parallel or a 20 series 28 parallel to get the voltage you want. They're like big bricks of basically vape batteries. Have you guys seen the vape batteries? Not like these vapes, but like the big vape I have. I have some laying around here somewhere. They're 18650s. And it says, and folks wanting a torquier, more responsive, more punchy motor, great acceleration from a standstill, and more efficient in hill climbs in tough situations. The high torque version can also be made faster than a one-wheel GT if you have a good 18S P45 battery or a 20 ounce P28 battery simply by setting field weakening to 30 amps or 40 amps. Please do not exceed and use with caution. Okay. Please watch this video and decide which is right for you. Now, I'm going to show you this video. This is a YouTube video, and this will compare the one that I can already buy, the float wheel, the one I have to order from Russia, and one that's built with this new motor on it. And so they're riding up a hill, but you just have to think about it. Like I said, I'm a bigger guy, so it doesn't really matter. The hill doesn't matter as much as much weight is on it, right? That's right. I need it for the doctor's appointment.
Better. Okay.
So the red board is the motor I want. The black board is one I could buy right now.
Come on.
Oh, it's too steep right here.
Whoa! That's insane.
Let's get back to past the intro. All right, so the black board is the float wheel that you can just buy.
Yeah, the left has a hole in it.
So this is the float wheel. He's trying to go up this super steep hill. It's like a 30-something% grade. It's steep.
Damn!
It'd be steep to even walk it, much less ride a one wheel up it.
Okay,
All right, so that is his first attempt on that.
Hill. Phew! I made it to that hole right there.
And he rides it back down.
That was hella hard.
All right, now this red board is the motor that I'm trying to buy, the Superflex motor. Now, he doesn't have the high torque version. He just has a regular version. So there's a high speed version, a high torque version. He's got the speed version. But like I said, I'm going to order one. They're expensive. I'm going to order one, but I have to wait 4 months to get it. This is his first try on this board.
Yo, way
And he makes it way past where that other board went. But then he runs into a bush.
The average.
But he gets it in just a second. He's taking, right now he's taking the percent of grade, basically.
0.9 degrees right here, which is 57% grade. Crazy. And
57% grade. That's insane.
30 degrees. Can't really tell. Let me see.
That's like a 62 or 63% grade.
26.6.
Yeah, it's air. So the way you set the tire, or the way they recommend setting the tire, if you're on like a hard surface, you do 10% of your weight. So if you weigh 250, it's 25. You weigh 100, you put 10 in it. You weigh anything in between, you just take 10% of your weight. If you're in like a softer, looser, like grass or dirt, you just drop that down a little bit. So if you were running 12, you would run 10.
6. This part is the steepest part of the hill. 32 degrees. It's 62%.
It's 62% grade.
Call it 32. So that's
32 degrees, 62% grade.
grade. Crazy.
So this is the float wheel again, which I wouldn't mind having one of these. But first of all, I don't get to build it, so I can't make content out of it, right? And second of all, I have to order it through that sketchy-ass Russian website. Avalanche. All right, so here's where he makes it. This is the motor that I want. He makes it all the way up on this one, I'm pretty sure. Which is insane to go up a hill that steep.
Holy shit! Yoo! Whoa! Dude!
So I'll never be going up a hill that steep, but I do like to ride hills and stuff. And there's a bunch of hills where I live. Like I live in the fucking mountains of East Tennessee. So I would like to have the more torque. Now, I know I can't wait 4 months and then make a video of it. So I'm going to do something else. So I'm going to build a different one. And I'm going to upgrade mine. And then when the motor gets here, we'll build one. Plus, it'll give me practice, I guess.
I can't even do it walking.
Look at him.
What?
Get it? I can't believe it went straight up that fucking... That's crazy.
Hello! This is the Superflex!
Now go down.
This is where he tried to go down a few years back and crashed. Got covered in thorns. Thorn bushes everywhere. He cannot make it down this hill. He tried it and tried it and tried it.
Burning Man outfit. Let's do this. No, I'm gonna pass. Let's call it a good day today.
That was a year ago. I want to see what this is. This says the dark side of VSCs.
What the? It's
No, what the?
That one needs an exorcism.
Oh!
They got it to where it doesn't need a foot activation on it. That's funny.
Stop it! I'm scared.
It's upside down, by the way. If you're wondering what's wrong with it, she was riding it upside down. Now it's balanced. Actually, with it, there is so much that you can program. There's so much that you can program when you take away their hardware out of it and put your own hardware on it. You can actually do this, which is insane. You could program it to stand on its end by itself. Look. It uses the wheel to balance itself to stand on the end.
Did I kick it? No. No, there's actually a rider and a perpendicular.
So did you write this? Or I cleaned out?
That's insane, dude. That you can have that much control over the damn thing to set it at 90 degrees.
It is possessed.
Did I what?
So it's possessed.
Did I kick it? No. No, there's actually a rider and a perpendicular.
So did you?
Just bring up, just to flex, just bring up and set your board at the door like that. Not tell anybody. So we were over at Eli. Let's see. We were messing with Eli. We were messing with we were trolling Bert. So Bert was live the other day. You guys want to see some Bert? We won't watch it all, but we'll grab some Bert. Hold on. I don't want you guys to miss Shadow. Shadow's right at the beginning here. We were all in his chat. He doesn't even have lights on.
Well, here we are. We're on Rumble, or at least I think we are. I'll find out when I start getting text messages. The live chat is open. And so if there's anybody in the room, please come on in and let's get this thing started. This is our first attempt at going live on Rumble, and we'll have to see how it goes. It's a little different, and I've got Shadow here with me to help me out so that I'm not completely in the dark, although you're pretty dark. My black shirt and your black fur would just kind of disappear in here.
I'm not sure what the processor is. I mean, it's an ARM processor, right? But I'm not. Let me see if I can see what it is on this board. It says it's an ARM. Just reading the chip. It says it's an ARM STM 3032. It's upside down and I'm reading it. 32F405. An ARM STM 32F405. It's built in. So the VESC I'm probably going to buy is this one. This is the U-Box 100 volt, 100 amp. That way, no matter what I upgrade to later on, it'll cover it. It's got a Bluetooth module. It's got the gyros built in, or you can use an external gyro. It's got 12 volt fan port, 12 volt power port, 12 volt total. You can only run 3 amps of like auxiliary stuff, like LED lights or whatever. Voltage up to 22S. Voltage spike should not be around 93 volts. 100 amp max. Duration depends on the temperature. PPM, UART, ADC 1, ADC 2, and ADC 3. You have to have the ADC ports for the analog data for like the gyro and shit they use. CAN bus, Hall sensors, Type C USB, SWD port, NRF port, Ignite key port. I don't even know what that is. Oh, that might be their little controller thing they have. They have a little controller. The only reason I would want it, so you would use the controller if you were making an electric skateboard, because you can't lean to make it go. So you use like a handheld controller on an electric skateboard. but it's got a thing to where it's got like an on-off button that you can use for one of the 12 volts for your lights, and you don't even have to use your phone. And it's got another one that's a temporary button that you can use for a horn. I think it'd be funny to put a loud-ass horn on it. Like a train horn on a one wheel. She blocked Miss Prista and raise up. Oh, she didn't even say nothing bad, did she? She always gets blocked. Yeah, I just want
so
headlight and
we are
tail light,
live.
I guess.
And
that's maybe a strip for the headlight
got a
strip, like on my
confirmation
one
on
wheel.
that from one of my friends. Now let me.
There's 3 different style ports. There's always on, or I'm sorry, there's on when activated. There is on off, the switched on off, which is what most people use for headlight taillights. And then there is momentary, but you have to have the remote to make the momentary thing work. But all those combined can't be over 3 amps.
Just do a couple of things here real quick to double check the volume.
Oh, yeah, a
levels
little battery powered
and get it
horn drill
started here.
thing. I know what you're talking about. Some of them's pretty loud. I was watching this really, I guess, like heartfelt video about this autistic guy who like loves loud shit, and they bought him a set of a drill train horn for Christmas, and he was fucking ecstatic, dude. He was so happy he got a fucking train horn. Let's go fast,
So I
Bert.
understand that we've got 25 people watching. This is so new to me that I'm going to have to learn. I don't see anybody in the chat, so I don't know that the chat is working yet. So we'll have to see. Somebody say hello.
I got there late, but here we go.
But I do have my little sidekick here, Shadow, and we want to say hello to everybody. Someone just said hello, and whoever that was, it doesn't have your name next to it. So we have to get used to this. I've not done a live Rumble before, and I'm going to see. But somebody did say hello, so whoever that is, hello back. I don't know why I don't see your username or whatever it is that I'm supposed to.
The only reason I joined over here and started fucking with him is because he mentioned Kelly. Kelly and her husband fucking hated Bert, right? He scammed them out of money. The day she passed away, she still fucking hated Bert for what he did. I mean, he's scamming people out of money. Her husband, Nick, and then of course Kelly passes away, and he says some shit like, "Oh, well, you know, I'm sure she's in heaven, blah, blah, blah. I wish you would have spent the last year of your life trying to lie and ruin my life. You only had part of the story." Like, why are you going to talk about like that to a person who passed away? That's crazy.
But perhaps the folks are going to kind of use this as a test because I just don't really, I can't guarantee. Okay, so one of my mods just typed in myself. That's for me saying hello to you guys. I do have some moderators. I have one moderator and I have one Terminator. The Terminator is here to make sure that we don't have the same problems that we had on Facebook. The moderator is here to make sure that I don't end up looking like an idiot, which is easy for me to do. Here's my little buddy. Come over here. Let's get you up where the microphone's not blocking your view. There he is.
Oh, that's actually probably an STM32 F4, not 450. I can't remember what I told you. I think I said 450. It's an F4. That's probably the letters after the 4.
It's right there. So I hope that we have some people in the chat room, and I will continue to just adjust a few little things while we wait for folks to get in the room. And there's Kimber. She says, hi. Hello, Kimber. You're the first person to ever chat with me in Rumble. Kimber711 just said, hello, Bert. So that is a start. We are on our way now. It's only up from here. And I've got a little Shadow with me. I'm going to try to keep him in my arms. He's behaving okay. He's a little bit, he doesn't really like to be on camera. It's really weird that
he doesn't like you, bro.
Care for being on the camera too much. And it's springtime, so I've got the sniffles like I get every year in Vegas. So come on in the room, folks. Let's see if we can get some more folks in.
Oh, it's the springtime sniffles. The cocaine had nothing to do with it. This is the springtime sniffles.
Here, before we start off with anything of any real valuable importance, I've got a few things I'm going to share with you. For the most part, we're all going to get to know each other today. It's kind of like the first day of school, maybe. And I just want to make sure that
I always get the springtime sniffles when my drug dealer comes through.
That we figured out how
it's weird. In the room. I think I'm allergic to him.
And Dish and Chips says hello to Bert and Shadow. So thank you for being here. So this is going to be it's a very new experience for me. I have viewed other people's Rumble shows before, and I kind of know that you guys watched the video before I came on. I didn't get to see it. I don't know how it is. I see some of the other folks are dancing along and singing along.
This was on Tuesday. He was live.
It's new. I'll figure all those things out. And I want to just kind of I'm told I've got 32 people. I'm sure there's supposed to be a way. Oh, I see it right. 35 people up there, and it says 35 in Rumble. Okay, so we're figuring it out. So a few words before I put you down. Anything you want to say to the folks? And you say, rrr. That's all he says. He doesn't meow. He says meow. That's for female cats. He makes a trilling noise. Don't you, baby? Okay, I'm going to put you down. Here we go. Down you go. Hey, you guys, do me a favor. Check out this logo for a second.
Check out my logo for a second. Check out my logo for a second. Now he's going to talk about the trolls picking on him because this is a logo from when he was young. This is a logo for apparently when he was young, he was also Asian.
Yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I actually have some of my gear back. How about that, huh? I'll try something one more time. I'm going to go up to here. Yeah, that's what we want to see. What you doing, buddy? Now, he's decided to get my food bowl out. What are you doing? Come up to here.
You can... So, everything that he's done just now, he could have done without any gear. He could have just clicked to change the scene. And you can change the transition to whatever the fuck you want. Like, I don't even know what my transitions are on right now. Probably individually set. Scene transition fades. So, like, if I take this transition I got right here, and let's say I've got it on 0.3 of a second. Let's make it, I have to remember to change this back. Let's make it 5 seconds. 5,000 milliseconds. Now, watch, I'm going to change scenes. And this one's going to fade out over 5 seconds, and the other scene's going to fade in over 5 seconds. Here we go. See how long it takes to fade? I don't have an ATEM Mini. Like, I didn't have to buy that. We'll go back. I had to buy an ATEM Mini. Like, look, that's right, folks. I got some of my gears back. You didn't need any of that, you fucking idiot. If you knew what you were doing, you would have figured this out already. Someone told him in the chat, maybe this technology is you're just too old for this technology. And that's probably true. All right, I dropped it back down to 5 seconds on the fade. There's other ones too. There's a fade, there's a cut, there's a few different more. I've only got, those are the only 2 that I got loaded right now, I think. Oh, here's some more. A swap, fade to cut, a Luma wop. Let's do a Luma wop. Let me preview this. Ooh, God, that looks good. All right, Luma wop over 5 seconds here, or 0.5 of a second. Here we go. Ready? Boom. See how it's like wiping the screen from left to right? Now, he has to have a fucking $1,500 piece of equipment that he didn't even buy, that someone else bought for him to do these silly little things that he could just click on a computer and do. Why the fuck do you... Whatever. Check out this logo for a second. It fades in. Yeah, anybody can do that, bro.
Okay, have fun with that. He's over there playing. And it's Kimber from Ohio. Everybody do me a favor. Tell me where you're viewing from. Just let's go ahead and get that moving so we can...
I'm in the room.
Put my glasses on to read some of these.
In the room with you.
That's good. We
got to get a troll central here.
So Facebook was censoring the music, not allowing me to keep anything after we did the initial recording.
By the way, he says Facebook censoring the music, but he makes a claim after this when he's doing his lip sync, blah, 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 whatever. He makes a claim that, oh, I'm in this group and I'm in that group and I'm in this group and I'm allowed to use that music. If that were true, all you'd have to do is send that into Facebook and they would let you use it. But for some reason, you didn't do that. That's weird.
They would mute the music. And even though I'm a paying member of ASCAP and BMI, they won't even ask.
ASCAP and BMI? I'm a paying member of ASCAP and BMI. So apparently he gets to take everybody else's music. No, Facebook would take it down. I don't care if you are in ASCAP.
Just check it out. And they are very anti-American, very anti-conservative over there. And so we had to move to someplace more conservative, allow conservative speech. There is Kathy Baker.
Wait, all you said was they were muting your music. Now they're taking away your conservative speech? Or they were just muting music that you never proved that you had a right to? Someone else's music. The same way YouTube or anyone else does it. Through copyright system. But that was taken away from your conservative speech? I didn't hear any of your shows are banned or muted or anything else other than the music you stole.
From Texas in the house. Hello there, Kathy.
From their point of view. He might have valid claims to all this music. I don't fucking know. I don't know if ASCAP and BMI cover you, but you still, it doesn't matter. Even if YouTube took me down and said, well, you don't have the right to show Will Bird's likeness. Like, I would still have to prove that that's me, that I have a right to it.
Okay, so this guy that says some guy from the sock store, Terminator, there's your first assignment. MOFAKA. You can sound out what that says. Folks, we will not tolerate any bullshit on this channel.
No bullshit.
We're gone. I have someone out there that will shut you down.
No bullshit. I got the Terminator in here. That's what he keeps calling her. He's like, let's be hip. You guys remember that movie that came out in 1983, The Terminator? Let's make a reference to it.
Get that guy out of there right now. Some guy from the sock store. We know who that is. So, moderators or...
Some guy from the sock store. Who was some guy from the sock store? Which one of you guys?
Working on it. This is new for them, too. They're going to have the same learning curve that I do. Let's see who else is in the room.
Their learning curve will probably be shorter than yours, to be honest with you.
Some of these I can't figure out what your screen names are. I'm not even going to try.
Remember when he couldn't say Melva? He's like, I'm going to call you Miss Williams because that idiot keeps making fun of me.
Rob didn't say where he was from. Kathy is from Texas. Hello, Kathy in Texas. Jessica from Florida. Hello there. And we got somebody waving hi. Faith is waving hi. Today is April 9th and happens to be my son's birthday. So happy birthday to my son out there, if he's listening.
Yeah, I'm sure he's listening now. You had your whole life to raise your son, his whole life to be part of it, but now he's probably listening. Sure.
I want to ask my mod. I have a mod and I have Terminator. I want to ask my mod to text me and let me know if you guys figured out how to take care of that one individual that I've already asked you guys to sequester. Let's see.
Just check the fucking chat, dude. I'm gonna ask my mod and my Terminator to text me and let me know if they have banned the person that I said to ban. I need an update on the banning.
If I can do it. Apparently not. We'll figure it out.
By the way, he doesn't even have mods. Here's how dumb he is. Here's how dumb Bird is. He didn't have mods. He had 3 people signed into his account. So when those people flip on you, like everybody else you've driven away, they've got your login information. So that'd be great.
At one point, and there's just
his son turns 38 today, and he's like, I think I'll tune in to Burt Lynch live. I haven't seen my dad in 38 years, but today I think I'll tune in.
It says they're in the room. Right now we're at 67, and this time we really do know how many people are watching the show. So come on in, tell me where you're from.
Actually, Rumble's numbers are more inflated than any other platform, but go ahead.
Hi. And we'll get into some of the explanations of what's going on.
They're not like illegally inflated. What they do is they hold on to a view longer than any other platform, it seems. So like YouTube, they can't update immediately. So they only update every so often. YouTube is like every minute or something. So if 500 people came in, stayed for a minute and a half and left, all 500 left, mine would still say 500 until 2.5 minutes, until the next cycle it went through. Rumble seems to use a longer one. I think it's 5 minutes or more. So it seems like your numbers are higher just from people that like click on your show and like, this is what I wanted and leave.
How we're going to move forward.
People were trying to tell him he was being featured on the front page.
Moving into Rumble was a very challenging matter, and it's taken a couple of weeks. Okay, you took my mod took care of him. I can still.
It's hard to tell because every time I'm there, we're all trolling him. So like last night he had like 150, or Tuesday night he had like 150, but I probably brought almost 100 people there.
But he hasn't said another word, so thank you for that. We will not tolerate anybody messing around with us in here. We're beyond that now. It is over. That childish behavior from all of those clowns is not going to be tolerated in this room. It's one of the reasons I came over here. When we initially moved into this format, we had all kinds of technical problems trying to get a clean audio signal as well as a good picture, and it took some tries. And of course, I know that some of the trolls were making comments about, hey, he was on the air for about 2 minutes and then he quit for some reason. I don't think he knows what he's doing. We know exactly what we're doing. But I want.
You just said you didn't. You just said you did several test streams and you had problems getting a clean video and audio input. So you were doing these test streams. He's like, somebody said I didn't know I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just did it wrong on purpose the first 15 times.
I wanted to at least have a decent presentation before I came on the air, and it's only going to get better from here. And
360p.
A couple of people, but first I want to, and I've got when you see me typing in there, I've got a mod that works for me. That's a very, very trusted person that's saying hello on my behalf. And so,
see, he gave out his login information for his run. If this does ever become successful, all the people he's ran off, he's bound to run off one of his. I like my mods. I don't give them my fucking login information. Are you retarded?
So when I read it, I go, oh yeah, listen to me saying hello. Because I'm got just too many whistles and bells right now for me to try and do it all.
Works for him is 100% free. Works for him for free. They probably pay him to work for him.
I'll catch up. My learning curve is kind of like this. I'm going to get it straightened out where it kind of goes like that. So I'm going to ask y'all to check out this logo, though. What do you think about this logo?
You keep taking key bumps or something? What are you doing?
Those of you that know the show from back in the day know that I go to that logo when I have to because I've got the sniffles. Ever since my cancer diagnosis, ever since my surgery, I've had sniffles. They can't seem to get rid of it. They want to do another operation.
I thought you said it was a spring. It's a springtime in Vegas that gives you sniffles.
In order to get rid of it, no, I'm not having another operation. I can't take antihistamine.
Yeah, that's the biggest bullshit. I have people all the time that want to volunteer to help me do research or break down this video or do that or look something up. I just can't do it, dude. I just can't do it. What's Fall Man Tech? I'll check it out. The biggest bullshit in the world to me is paying you an exposure. Like, I'm going to shout your name out. I'm going to shout your name out. Yeah, I can't do that. I would, when I have money to pay somebody to help me out, then I'll pay them. When I have money to pay the mods, that's the only people I guess I let, even though I can't afford to pay them right now. When I have money to, they'll be the first people to get paid. And then when I have money to hire an editor or hire a researcher, that's when I'll pay people for their time. I don't want anybody working for me for free. No matter how much you like the show, no matter how much you enjoy it, you might not feel that way a year from now. And I've already seen too many people getting exposed by like, I worked for him for 6 months and that motherfucker never paid me a dime. And this was my show and this was my research and I wrote that document. Like, you might hate me in a year. Who knows? Like, and I don't want you working for free anyways. It's not fair to either one of us.
This means they make me drowsy, even the ones that say non-drowsy. And so I'm still dealing with, after almost 3 years, and it will be 3 years this August, that I survived 2 multi-hour operations in one day, or in 12 hours the first time, then 9 more hours. And what
I know that. So that fallman.tech, I know that guy. Or I know that website. I've been there before looking up some of his DIY stuff.
I have the sniffles, and of course I also have a lot of disability in my arm, in my hands. I can still use my arms and my hands. I'm not as strong as I used to be. I have full motion. But
oh, this is the guy who wants to fight me in a cage match because he knows Dana White. I could have it set up today. Let me get Dana on the phone.
I don't have full. I used to be able to bench press 300 pounds. Now, I'm not at 300 anywhere near it.
Okay. Anybody that says they bench press 300 pounds is probably lying. Okay? And here's why. Because if you're really bench pressing 300 pounds, you would have the bar, right, that weighs 45 pounds, okay? Then you would have a set of plates, full-size 45 plates. That's 90, right? So now we're at 135. Then another set of plates, right? That is 225. And then the third set of plates would put you at 315. Somebody that says, like, I bench 315, at least they've been around a gym. To get 300 pounds, it's just an awkward set of plates. It's an awkward set of plates, or else he'd be doing 305. You know what I'm saying? He's somewhere. You're putting 2.5 pound plates on your bench press for your max? That would be weird, right? I would rather him say I used to bench press 295. That'd be on each side. That'd be 245s and a 35 on each side, right? I'd rather him say that than him saying 300. 300's a weird amount of weight to make, right? You had to put. So what you're telling me is you put 2 45s, a 35 on each side, and then you also went and got a 2.5 pound weight and slid it on. Really? We don't even keep 2.5 pound weights near the bench where I work out. Like, that's over there for like some curls and shit. 2.5. So you put two big ass 45s, 135, and then you put a 2.5 pound on there too. Seems weird. It seems like you just picked a round number that you don't understand.
Don't know that I'll ever be able to do that again. But again, heck, I'm 65. Am I really supposed to be bench pressing 300 pounds at 65? I did it at 55. I did it at 58. But anyway. We are working hard to try and get back into shape. And many of you know the difficulties I've been through in the last few months. But I will tell you this. I have many people out there.
Homelessness.
that care about me. I also have a few people that don't care.
How did Bert end up homeless? How did Bert end up homeless? This is a question I often think about. Like, if it was through no fault of his own or some horrible tragedy, that would be crazy, right? That'd be awful. Bert ended up homeless because he took hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of donations and put them into a studio where he claimed he was going to be streaming to a brand new streaming service, making between $5,000 and $10,000 per show every 3 times a week. So between $15,000 and $30,000 a week. And he didn't pay his fucking rent. Hundreds of thousands of dollars he put in a studio in his house, and he didn't pay his fucking rent for 5 months. Why wouldn't you just pay your fucking rent, you retard? That's like step number 1 with like taking care of yourself. Pay your rent.
About me at all. And you haters that have tried to destroy me, and you have, I want you to know that you failed miserably. And what you did was you inspired the people that care about me. And
You inspired them.
And those people have allowed me to.
Really? Because some of them's in my chat saying, glad to be here. It doesn't seem like those people were inspired. Marianne Man Boobs, remember her?
Reassemble my studio. My supporters have stepped up a big time, and they said they're not giving up on me, and I do have investors, and they're still investing. And so all your efforts fail.
Sure you do.
And you can continue, and there are so many of you, even somebody I went to school with, that are obsessed with running your pie hole about old Bert over here. Well, because I keep getting phone calls from people saying, where can I donate? I'm not going to let these people do this.
Yeah, that's what's
What do you
happening
need this week.
I'm not gonna let those trolls take you down. Where can I send my $1 million to? You're just milking the same people. You're gonna be out at some point. They're gonna cut their losses.
Yeah, so you're failing miserably at your task.
By the way, he admits in this stream that he's now monetized. So anybody that invested with him, you should start getting a fucking check back in return. Anybody that sent him any money, anybody that paid for anything, you should start seeing commission checks in the mail in no time now.
And you're making me famous. Now, I am going to point out something that's sad that occurred a couple of weeks ago while I was off the air, and that is that one of my former supporters.
This is where he mentions Kelly. He has no right to even fucking say her name.
Who turned against me has sadly passed away. And I will say this about her. I always liked her. You can go back and look at my shows from 2 months ago before she passed, where I said openly, I wish we were still getting along. I wish you were still involved. You've been misinformed. I didn't say what you think I said. And you've been out there attacking me, and I wish you wouldn't. And you're welcome back. And unfortunately, that person died a couple of weeks ago. Her name was Kelly. And I'm very sad for Nick, her husband, and her children. I'm very sorry that she passed. I wish she hadn't spent the last year of her life trying to destroy my life. But I forgive her. And I hope God has her in his arms. And that's the last thing I'm going to say about her. And you're not going to catch me saying anything negative about her unless I end up in a courtroom. In that case, of course, I have all the evidence I need to prove my side. But I am so terribly sorry, Nick, that your wife has passed. And
You won't catch me saying anything negative about her until I'm in court. Then I have all the evidence.
I know you've got to be heartbroken. I was very fond of her until we went our separate ways. I hate that it happened, and I'm so sorry that she passed. So God bless you, Nick, and your children. And may God help you find peace. And love those babies, because I know that Kelly loved them. And I know you do too, brother. And for the rest of you out there that were friends with her, honor her memory and leave this craziness behind us, because you don't know when your last day on earth is going to be. Do you want to spend the next year of your life the way that sadly she spent hers? Don't do that. Go find something that makes you happy. Quit hating. Someone's laughing at that. So,
you don't know what the fuck they're... He so tries to micromanage everything in chat. By the way, he's ran people off for saying hi to other people in his chat. Like, hi, Michael. He's like, I'm the one up here doing a show. You trying to distract from that? So it depends. Somebody could be saying laugh out loud to fucking anything. But you think they're laughing directly at you? Kelly and I've spoke to Kelly and her husband both. They hate Bert for what he's doing to other people and for what he did to them. Kelly, if you don't know, was his IT girl, who he claims, I guess, tried to sleep with him afterwards. He claims the same thing about Karen. But yeah, he's just a piece of shit.
I don't know.
He also said that Kelly's husband was coming after me, looking me up, was going to show up and beat me up. Nick enjoys the show. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I hate it for him and his loss. I just lost both my parents. There's nothing I could say to make that up for him, but Nick's a good guy. and I hope he and his kids are doing well.
If that's laughter, somebody else will have to decide that. And Jesse says rest in peace. Absolutely rest in peace, Kelly. God bless your family. So on to other topics. In the news this whole week, and I haven't had a chance to even post on Facebook hardly because I've been so busy. You guys can see what I'm looking at here in front of me. It's a massive setup. It's almost as big as the setup that I had in my studio, but this one's portable. And I do have to pick it up and move it every few days or at least once a week or so because I have yet to find a permanent place for the studio. But we are working on it. And thank God I've got some people that are blessing me very much. And we will, within the next days or weeks, be in a permanent position to go with multi-cameras and also put music equipment back in and work with that as well. It's all coming back. We've lost absolutely nothing.
Basically, someone's given him a place because he isn't fucking paying for it.
And it's because God blessed me with some really good friends and partners. So the news that everybody's talking about is, of course, the eclipse. And folks, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you had any doubt that we have a maker, if you had any doubt that there was a real design to our world, yesterday should have. Absolutely. Okay, there's Lucifer. He says, we are legion. Keep it up, jackass.
So this is from an account named Lucifer Cockswallow.
We're not on Facebook anymore, so I can say anything I want. But you've just seen your last day here. Goodbye. And if you gals can figure out, or girls, or anybody out there that wants to reach out to me, how to actually delete one of these jerks from their content, I don't know if I can do that, but you won't post again. But yeah, we're going to have those type of people, but I'm going to do my best to continue on. I don't know why, but I hope I didn't just lose everything because I'm not seeing anything. Why is my content not showing up? Moderator, text me, let me know if I'm still on the air.
This is where he usually attacks his. That's what happens when you team up with your ex-girlfriend.
One of the things that we have an issue here is you're on the air. I've lost my ability to track my volume level, and I don't know why that happened. I will try this little trick here, and that doesn't seem to be working. Okay, that's not good. That's really not good. Don't know what to do about that. The volume's fine. I'm just going to have to go with my ears, and I don't know if it's going to distort, I'll just try to keep lay back and be cool with it, but for some reason I've lost my software is not functioning. I know that my hardware is functioning, I can see it, but the other side is not. That's interesting. So we will just continue on. Rob says it sounds the same. It does now, but when I start performing music, I have no idea. I'm so glad to have this function back. You guys check out this logo.
You guys check out this logo. I got to wipe my nose.
So we've got another jackass. Cold Beer Confessionals in the house. That's Will Bird.
Uh-oh. Who'd he say? Who'd he say?
Who has to act like a dick because he is one. I understand they hate me, buddy. I don't care. I'm still sending them condolences.
I said, shut the fuck up, Bert. Both Kelly and Nick hate you. You shouldn't even be mentioning her name. Much less being like something happened while I was down. Like, I wish you wouldn't have spent your last year of your life lying about me, but I still hope you're in heaven.
And you just posted to be your last time, too. Will Bird, ladies and gentlemen, has his own show, and he's made a hobby, a mission, or whatever, of going after all conservative people. And he's spreading lies, and the lawyers are involved, and I will see you in court.
His free lawyers. His free lawyers. Because he doesn't have money to pay a lawyer. His free lawyers are working round the clock.
The lawyers are involved, and you have dug yourself a hole that you're not going to be able to get out of. And that's the last thing I'll say about that, jackass. Now, a lot of you are using screen names that are not the same names you used over in Facebook, and I understand that. So if I don't recognize you right away, I apologize for that. But I wanted to get back to talking about the eclipse. If you don't believe that there's a God, and you watched that eclipse yesterday and saw the amazing ability of the moon crossing in front of the sun and blocking it out perfectly, if you think that happened from a big bang, if you think that's some random thing that just happened to exist as the science would have you believe, then I'm sorry that you fell for that.
It's not random. It's not random at all, right? It is billions of years of masses settling into where they go, where they reside, where gravity pulls them to, and what they're pulled to, collisions and bumping off each other. I mean, it's probably crazy at the beginning, right? Stuff, tiny little particles start building up, making more mass, drawing more things into them. And then now we're finally in this point of equilibrium, but it's not random. It took a fucking long time for it to get there.
And I really don't want to talk about Will Bird, you guys. So listen, lawyers are involved now, and he will suffer consequences, I promise you.
So everybody's like, Will Bird? Who's Will Bird? Are you talking about spy birds? You talking about drones? Birds aren't real. Everybody's talking about birds in the chat now.
I've done nothing illegal, but slander is illegal, and you can be sued for it. And we'll leave it right there. So anyway, we don't want to talk about him. I'm not going to give him any airtime. I'm not going to make that guy more famous. And I'll let my moderators and my Terminator take care of the rest of that. So my point about the eclipse yesterday. Okay, thanks a lot for the advice, you guys. Let's just move on. Now, there is obviously a superior design in our world and the way we live here, and that's clearly done by the hand of God. It's not something science just. And when they try to tell you that the Big Bang created the world, and what are the odds that the moon and the sun, which, if you believe the heliocentric model, are billions of miles away from each other and two different sizes, and it just so happens that they match up perfectly and look the same size when one passes in front of the other. First of all, it makes me question the heliocentric model, but it doesn't make me question the God model. And so when people say believe the science, what they're telling you is believe the things we make up, and not the things that you know that you've experienced because you've had an experience with the Lord. If you know God, if Jesus is your Savior, then you know that what we witnessed yesterday, which we'll see again in 20 years, happened back in 17. I remember posting some of that on Facebook. This is the last time we'll see it for 20 years. I'll be an old man when it comes around again. So what I want to do now is I want to talk about these crazy leftists. Now, here's the thing. We can talk about anything we want here on this platform. Somebody said, don't they predict these things decades prior to it? Yes, of course they do. They predict them.
Yep, they predict them way out, and we know when each one has ever occurred in the past. But that's because God told them.
Decades prior to it, because it's mathematical, and that mathematical theorem works exactly the same in the heliocentric model as it does in the flat model, just so you know, we're not going to get into that tonight.
It does not. It absolutely does not. Oh, what works the same as a round Earth as it does flat? No, it doesn't. Show me. Anybody show me how the moon passes in front of the sun and how the Earth passes in between the sun and the moon on flat Earth.
But there will be a time when we do a show where we explain how, and I'm not siding with either one, but I find the subject matter to be incredibly interesting. And I did a deep dive into it 7 or 8 years ago, and I think that it is plausible for one reason. And you guys have been following me over on Facebook for a couple of years now.
What's the one reason why Bert thinks the flat Earth model is plausible? Likely, even. He would probably go as far as saying likely. He thinks we're on a flat Earth. What's the one reason? What's the one reason that he thinks the Earth is flat? I'll give you some time to think about it. Ba ba da ba 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 da da. The one reason he thinks the Earth is flat is because they tell us it's round. And anything they tell us, the opposite is true. Here we go.
I don't trust anything the government says. And the government's telling us it's round. And for that reason and that reason only, that leads me to want to research the other theory.
Do you trust that you never earned enough money in your entire life to draw Social Security disability? That's something the government's been telling you, isn't it?
Simple as that. You've got a woman, and you know she's a liar, and you catch her lying to you all the time. When she speaks to you, I'm just referring to my ex-wife, you immediately assume you're being lied to. My government is the same way, unfortunately. The government that I sing about, that I worked for, that I served, is not the government that I loved as a child. I love my country. I'm the most patriotic guy you will ever meet. You guys know that about me. That doesn't mean I have to trust the government. We vote the government in and out. And we need to do a better job of getting rid of these bad guys, because we got a bunch of them. I don't have new hair product today. My hair is always the same. But thank you for the compliment.
Somebody said new hair product. Man, it looks greasy. And he says, I always use the same hair product. And thank you for the compliment. They said, man, it looks greasy. What's her name? Ann Gallagher.
And we need to do a better job of getting rid of these bad guys, because we got a bunch of them. I don't have new hair product today. My hair is always the same.
Boy, it looks greasy. Thanks for your compliment.
But thank you for the compliment.
I got a new blister today.
I'm gonna leave it to
it's very rare I get a blister. My hands are like fucking. My hands are like fucking leather made from a 13-year-old's penis after he discovered masturbation. They are worn the fuck down, beat up. But I got a new blister today.
My moderators to read these comments, and you guys read between the lines. Remember what I said about conspiracies. Remember what I said to you guys when somebody makes the reference that is not relevant. What they're doing is trying to get us to read between the lines.
So anytime you come in there and he doesn't understand what you put in chat, he doesn't think it's relevant, then you're a troll. Ban them mods. Ban them, ban them, ban them. Why? Well, because if it's not relevant, then they're trying to send us a secret message about Will Bird.
But some of you guys don't want to leave this other talk show guy out. I'd really appreciate it if you wouldn't. I will tell you that, my former, well, I don't say former, I haven't spoken to him in a long time, but my friend Brad Barton has told people we're not going to discuss other podcasters on this show.
His former friend. He says it right the first time. He says it right the first. I'm not going to say former. I'm not going to say former. I'm going to say the person who used to be my friend and won't even answer me now. Won't respond to my messages or phone calls. I won't say former friend. We're still friends. He just used to be my friend and used to reply to me, and now he won't take my calls, my texts, my emails. He won't speak to me.
I addressed it one time, and now we're going to leave it there. That's where I'd like you guys to understand. And if you can't, then the Terminator will have to step in. And I'd rather lose viewers and have those bad people be gone than to have the good viewers have to put up with it. And I'm not going to be bothered with it anymore. Not anymore. We will be in a new studio in the very near future. I can promise you that. I've already met with my people, and it's coming. We're moving the heavens and the earth to get it to happen. And I'm going to just leave it there for now. But there will come a day when this backdrop will always be a part of my studio. It was in the old property.
Always.
It will always be part of it. Then you'll see the other amenities that we have, and we will have the music back on live instead of recorded and that sort of stuff. Jessa Ray is talking about birds because this is a subliminal bullcrap. I want to go on. Or he or whoever.
She said birds weren't real. Jessa Ray. Who is Jessa Ray?
That is. And I need you.
Yeah, I think she came back as Jaybird.
Do mods to read between the lines when you see people like that.
Blue Jay.
Now, we
I need my mods to read between the lines. How the fuck are your mods supposed to know every piece of lore from my show? And then they're supposed to be able to know when they're a viewer of my show and not just some random old lady who doesn't know how Rumble works, which is going to be most of your viewers.
This is not going to be a long show tonight. This was a way for me to introduce folks to the new format. We're going to have some interesting things going on. For instance, I understand that there is a thing called Rumble Rants. We have not had one yet, but that is a way for folks to participate. And what happens is, from what I understand, is it's a way for you folks to tip us. We do work off of people buying things from our store, and by donation, we're funded by our viewers. Cindy says, "Did you move?" I am still living in hotel rooms until I find a new place. I was summarily evicted from my home about 8 weeks ago, due to the fact that we thought we had things under control.
It's been more than 8 weeks, right? I thought he said it was right around Christmas, wasn't it? Or New Year's, but that's still more than 8 weeks. 8 weeks is 2 months. I can't remember if he said Christmas or New Year's, but that's more than 8 weeks either way. We're in April, dude. It's like 16 weeks minimum. January 15th. Let's count the weeks. He was told to pay up or move on Christmas or New Year's. January 15th. 1, 2. That brings us to the 29th. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12 weeks, and he did this on Tuesday. 12 weeks and 1 day. 12 weeks and 1 day.
Well, and it turned out we didn't, and at the last minute, the stuff hit the fan, and now we're dealing with it. So, but we are funded by our viewers in the form of donations and also purchases to the website. And I get criticized quite a bit for that. Where are those rant things on here? So there are.
He's trying to get people. He's like, I heard we can do Rumble rants if you guys want to send me a bunch of money right now.
That will. I mean, folks are going to reach out to me, and especially after the show, and they're going to give me some advice and things on how to make this a little smoother. And somebody said I would sue your landlord. Well, now the landlords were in their rights, but they sat down and they agreed. There's my website right there. It's .com. It says .co, but it's actually .com. There it is. But I want to play something for you guys because the frustrating thing when I hear all of these people criticizing me whenever I'm doing what all the other podcasters do, and I'm going to give you an example of that right now. And you guys all know Candace Owen. Candace Owen has left, I think the Daily Caller was who they were with, have falling out with the owner of the Daily Caller, who's Shapiro, who's his name, Ben Shapiro. They had a falling out, and she left the show. She left his network, and now she's going out on her own. And I thought you guys might find it interesting to see what she has to say about that. So let me just go ahead and hopefully we're going to get it to play. And maybe I won't be able to get it to play. Let's see. Come on. Sorry about that, folks. We're just having some technical difficulties again, which is typical with when you have something new. All right, let me do this. I've got to get to where I can see this a little bit better. Excuse me while I handle the technical side of this thing. That's just a little problem here. I'll get rid of it here in a minute. You guys just give me a second. I'll get used to these, to some of these other issues, and we'll get it straightened out. Here we go. So, Candace Owens has got herself a new thing she's doing. So let's go check out and see what she's having to say about it. And for some reason, I told you guys I'm having audio issues. Just bear with me for a second here.
So Candace Owens begs for money after she loses her job. Why don't you do it? Why can't Bert do it? By the way, I think it's distasteful that she's even doing this. We've seen like Steven Crowder's contract. It was for millions of dollars a year. But I think it's distasteful that she's even doing it. Well, if you want to support me financially while I go do my own thing, go donate. The least you could do is get your show off the ground before asking for donations. Come on. I'm going to start selling merch that says I'm fat and I vape. Anybody interested?
Yeah, I'm going to try something here, folks. Just bear with me. I guess you got to be willing to take risks in life.
He's willing to take risks. People have been streaming on Rumble for 3 years, and he's a risk taker by figuring it out.
Okay. Is it going to play? Yeah, I can't get the audio to work. Had it working just fine during the test. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to play that for you. I apologize, you guys. My ATM is frozen up. So anyway, she's asking you guys to make donations. That's what she's doing. I just couldn't play it for you. So I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to do any live
A bumper sticker?
music tonight, apparently, as well.
I saw a bumper sticker the other day, and it was in really small print, and it says, if you can read this, and then in even smaller print, it says, I'm about to hit my brakes.
Due to the fact that I don't seem to have control over anything anymore. So we did get a chance to test a few things. I just don't know why this has done this. Let me try this. I understand we have quite a few people watching. We're going to work on this here. Let's try this one more time. I can't. Somebody's telling me the volume. The problem is I can't see it. It's not letting me see it. And let's try one more time. See. You guys give me just a second, okay? Hold on.
Now people are calling him. Must be that Will Bird guy. He's starting this shit. I could tell.
So I'm using an editor that has failed me tonight, and it's brand new, and it shouldn't be doing that.
He's not using an editor. I don't know what the fuck he calls an editor. He's using Rumble Studio. It's in the top left corner right here, Rumble Studio. You won't see that on my videos because I use OBS, because I know what's happening and what's going on. I know how to make it work.
So we're going to try one more time to get this audio going and see if it works at all.
That my career and my life has been an example of what God can do in your life. I hope that for everybody sort of watching that my career and my life has been an example of what God can do in your life if you trust him, and I trust him. So thank you guys so much for all the love, and those of you that are asking how you can support or donate to what we are creating independently, you can also use this link. Love you guys.
People want to know how you can support or donate to what we are now doing independently. This is the day she was fired. The day that it was announced was the day after, because I think it was announced the next day. They made the announcement of saying support what we're doing independently now, guys. Right here. If you type in that webpage, it goes to Candace Owens, and it says, in a world of safe spaces, Candace Owens is creating one where thoughts can flow freely. From politics and culture to good days and bad, follow her straight into the center of it all. Support Candace Owens. Then it suggests 5, 10, 15 is already selected. 25, 50, 100, 250, or other. Then there's a box that says make this a monthly recurring donation. Somebody asked me to set that up. It feels kind of grifty to me, but somebody asked me, like, can you just set it up to where I can donate a certain amount and it'll just come out every month? Because I always forget, but I haven't.
Okay.
Then it says, I would like to create this. I would like to receive text message updates from Candace. You put in your contact information, and then there's a box to check for text message updates. And it says receive alerts from 25382 on important issues and updates. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates apply. Terms, cowens.co. cowens.co. Is that hers? It must be a short link for a redirect. YV6, privacy policy. And they share the donate.candaceowens.com privacy policy. Then enter your card number, enter a password to create an account. This is optional. And it says by clicking donate, I accept Revs, REVVS, terms of use. What is Revs? That's apparently her payment processor she used. Rev, the fundraising platform that raises causes more. Raise more, work less. Rev is the leading optimization and donation platform that increases engagement and maximizes your funding. We're obsessed with boosting conversation rates. One-click technology automatically remembers users across all organizations that use Rev. Our huge pool of Rev users can donate or sign petitions with just one click and boost your conversations tremendously. Forms, petitions, surveys, meticulous mobile optimization, upsell your donors, text to donate. With 1,000+ integrations, you can quickly deploy Rev with platforms you love. This is the toolkit power fundraisers dream about. You got donor management, data, customizable styling, agency tools to manage clients. Get started today. So Rev is free. And it says credit card processing fee is 4% plus 30 cents per transaction. $49 a month. Rev Pro says you get the full suite of tools and integrations for power fundraisers. That's $50 a month, and it's still 4% plus 30 cents. And Rev Enterprise just says contact us to find out how expensive that is. I bet she has the Enterprise one, but still, you can do it for as little as $50 a month or a free version. The free version says get access to all of our basic fundraising features and start raising money.
For everybody sort of watching that, my career,
So there's Candace Owen asking everybody to donate so that she can start her own podcast. And
subscription based, like where you sign up and donate recurringly, or maybe you sign up for a membership for videos, like my Patreon, right? I'm not afraid to tell you guys this because I'm honest. That is one of the best ways that many people recommend to make money online, right? Because people can sign up, they can set it, forget it, it automatically updates. If it's low enough, you can get a ton of people to do it. Like the saying I always use, I'd rather have 1,000 or 1,000,000 friends than $1 million, because I could ask all 1,000,000 friends for $1, and maybe some don't have it, but some might give me 10 or 20 or whatever, right? Most people would have $1. Others will give me 10, 20, 100, 1,000, who knows? And you'd end up with more than $1 million. That's the same strategy behind that, is getting people to sign up. Some people forget about it. Some people let it go. Some people, fucking change it every month. Unsubscribe, resubscribe, whatever. But it's recurring. And you can usually estimate, but my estimation is I always take whatever 20% of it I made this month and just assume those people are going to leave. And that's how I figure out, am I going to be able to pay rent and phone bill and light bill and upgrade the computer or whatever. So let's say if I make $500, right, I just assume that next month I'm only going to make $400. And it's usually pretty accurate. I could do something to run a bunch of people off, I guess. But I haven't yet. But that's usually pretty accurate. Most of the time it goes up, but I would rather be on the safe side. So if I do $500 this month, I'll assume I make $4 next month, but then I actually make $6. So I'll assume that I make $48, right, or $480. Then I actually make $700, but I'll assume that I only made $54 or $540. Right, I always take 20% off of it to assume the next month, even though it does typically go up.
have absolutely no problem with it. Everybody does it, but I get criticized for it by the brainless, stupid little people that want to try to figure out some way to cause me problems all the time. So you're insignificant, you're unimportant, and now we will eventually have it where my moderators and my Terminator can get rid of all you guys. And I hope.
He claims it was meeting with people and his investors to get set up, move to Rumble because it's free speech, blah blah blah. Whatever, right? He claims all these stupid things, and he had to get everything set up. He had to do his test streams. He had to do this. He had to do that. Whatever the fuck that is. A lot of people think it's just where he was getting so much heat at the time. He was getting a lot of heat. Even some of his own followers or even some of his own fellow grifters were calling him out. Some of his followers had just left him. There was some very damaging text messages that come out. He probably needed to fucking leave.
Hopefully won't even see it in the chat and don't have to deal with it. Been looking for you all over Facebook. Finally found you. Yeah, I posted a few times. I'm Debbie from Facebook.
Dollar cost donation averaging. That sounds above my head.
I posted a few times. I don't guess I did it enough. I did try to respond to people. When we made the move over to Rumble, I had to add a bunch of new equipment. It's not new equipment. It's equipment out of my studio. I had to go to my storage unit and get it out, and we had to, it was costly, and it was time consuming to get this to all work properly in a remote. When I say remote, what I'm saying is it's a remote broadcast. It is a portable.
Oh, it's the same thing like I was talking about, but that's the technical term for it. Makes sense.
Setup. And getting the portable setup to work like it would in my studio back in the day was a big challenge. And it was a bigger, it was a harder thing for me to do than I imagined that it would be.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up. I need to get my merch store launched back. I owe some Patreon members some merch for sure. Get some merch store set back up. I think I want to do small batch stuff and maybe even create my own. So there's a couple screen prints so my logo has always like involved the skull and CBC or whatever. There's a couple screen prints where I actually want to make the screen. I know it'll look grungy. I know it'll have dots where there's not supposed to be dots or whatever. I want to get a piece of screen and make my own screen print and do it by hand. And then probably integrate CBC and maybe even my signature in it. And I want to do a super limited run of those and start giving them out to the upper tier Patreon members that deserve them. So if you're the $25 and up, you get merch when I release merch. But we just haven't released any in a while. So I want to get it to them. And then I want to do maybe a super, super limited run on the merch store, like 20 of them or something. So I need to get all my top tier Patreon members and maybe 20 extra. I need to get those handmade, but I'll probably do them in phases. I'd like to come back out with merch, but I don't want it just to be like this company produces it and everything's the same and it's mass produced, it's cheap, and it's this. When I first started out, we had this super, super nice vendor that made super high quality stuff, but he just got so far behind because he had so much business that he couldn't keep up with it, kind of. So then I went to Printful, and Printful is really good, but I just wasn't releasing enough stuff to, like, everybody that was going to buy merch had already bought all the merch. I just wasn't releasing enough to keep people interested in it, I think. So instead, what I want to do is it may be a little bit more expensive because I'm going to do it myself rather than using some company in China, but I want to make my own and just do limited run of stuff and offer it to you. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't.
And as a result, it took me a while to do it. And I'm grateful to my investors and my partners that were patient enough with me that they said, we want
25 thumbs down, 44 thumbs up.
This is going to be a successful show. Now, tonight, I do have an issue with a piece of gear. I do not know why it's doing this. It seems to be partially working. There's my website.
Partially working.
And this is where you can go if you...
I do have an issue with a piece of gear. I don't know why it's doing this, but it seems to be partially working. That's right, folks. Partially working. Why does he fucking speak like that? You think he speaks like that in person?
Well, just like Candace O and just ask you to help. When you want to log in
just
to
like
the show
Candace.
every night, you can simply go to bertlynch.com, and right here, you see where the mouse is. You can click right there, and it brings you right to Rumble. What I'm going to ask everybody to do tonight before you leave, you can do it right now if you want to, I would appreciate it, is if you hit like and subscribe. We have about 170 or so subscribers, or we did at the beginning of the show. I don't know how many, I guess we've got 120 people watching right now. So if you're able to subscribe, or if you haven't subscribed already, please do. It costs you nothing, but it does help the algorithm to pay us. Rumble actually pays us to be here. When I say us, I mean me and my partners. I don't own this studio, and I don't own this broadcast by myself. It is a very expensive endeavor, and
we get some trolls in here in a second.
So let TV if we want to take it.
Listen to this. Listen to what he says about SNTV. And you guys, I just want to know, do you guys think he's telling the truth? Now, SNTV, his deal that he had with SNTV was between $5,000 and $10,000 per show, 3 shows a week. That is $15,000 to $30,000 per week. $15,000 to $30,000 per week, and he owes a portion of that back to his investors, I guess. But that was the deal. So you tell me if you think he's telling the truth or not.
To be here. When I say us, I mean me and my partners. I don't own this studio, and I don't own this broadcast by myself. It is a very expensive...
Yeah, subs are nice to get people to stay here or whatever, but yeah, I only get half of that. So if you buy subs on Twitch, I know people don't like ads, but let's say you buy a $5 sub, I get $250 and Twitch keeps $250.
When I say us, I mean me and my partners. I don't own this studio, and I don't own this broadcast by myself. It is a very expensive endeavor, and it's going to be huge, and we're going independent, and we still have an offer from SNTV if we want to take it. Cheers to you. Oh, you guys can't see me. That's good. I need something to drink. So let's go.
We do have an offer from SNTV if we still want to take it, but we're going independent.
In here, right there. And so here I am. Over here on...
I wish. All I've got is 3D printers. I do have a resin 3D printer, an FDM 3D printer. I could technically modify one of my 3D printers to like a laser engraver, but it's nothing like a Glowforge or bigger. Like it basically just etches on wood. I would love to have something like the off-brand glow forges, about the same size, little less cost, and they're way stronger. I would like to have one of those. I would love to have a CNC. I bought a CNC, like a cheap Chinese mill, and bought all the DRO stuff to do digital readout. Bought everything, stepper motors, all that. I had it all as a kit, and I was going to do it. And then I went on a big job out on the road and was gone for 8 months. And I just couldn't see it just sitting there with all that expensive equipment stuff. So I sold it all as a lot. But love to have a little CNC. That'd be cool.
BertLynch.com. That's how you get to Rumble very easily. So save that to your favorites, and when it's time to watch my show, you'll see it on Facebook. I'm going to post on Facebook, and if you are subscribed, when we go live, you will get a notification.
So, do you guys think that he still has an offer from SNTV for $5,000 to $10,000 per show, 3 shows a week, but he's just decided to go independent through Rumble, where he might make, I don't know, $10 a month?
Notification in your email that we're live. Other things that you can see here on the website, which like right now I'm scrolling through it, but some of the pictures seem to be missing. They're not loading. So, and I can tell you folks that part of the issue, and I'm just going to ask you to bear with us, is because I am using Wi-Fi. I'm not hardwired in like I would be if I were in the studio, and sometimes this Wi-Fi just does not have enough bandwidth to let me share everything. That could be what's happening right now. But anyway, there's BertLynch.com. And for instance, right now, I can't see some of the things that I know are supposed to be there. Let me just go back over here for a second and see if I can.
I told Eli, the human thesaurus tonight, the Theosaurus, that he was my favorite lol cow.
Yeah. There we go. Let me get you back in there now. So, as you can see here, there's... I guess it's not really...
He says, Rumble does pay us to be here, folks. Rumble does pay us to be, which is technically true in the least technical way, okay? So typically I have more viewers, especially depending if we're covering like a hot topic. Typically I have more viewers on Rumble than he does, but at least I'm close, right? He had, like 140 at one point, 160 at one point, but we brought almost 100. So even right now, even though I started late and I'm not covering like the topics that bring more viewers in, I've still got like 70 or 80 people probably on Rumble. And does it pay? Yeah, technically it pays, but we're talking super, super low amounts, right? It's probably one of the lowest paying platforms there is. Like, obviously, Twitch pays more for ads. YouTube pays more for ads. Facebook pays more for ads. Like, I don't even think it's 12. So that would be the $12 per 1,000 views. I don't even think it's that. Let's see what I just got. 57 transactions. What are they? Here, I can tell you what mine is. We'll have to do some figuring. Let me pull up my Rumble channel. Duplicate my content. Let's see. Where's one of these that's recent? Okay, it looks like they're all from back in February. So let's go back to February. Let's find the one that says, "Oh no, Phil." It is on February 1st. Oh no, Phil, February 1st has 3,000 viewers. Yeah, there's no way he's not making $12 per 1,000 views. That's way more than YouTube. So YouTube CPM might be like $12. It's probably closer to, like, depending on what topic you cover, it might be 6 or 8 or 3 or 2. You never know. Some people get 30 CPM, but they're in like investing and shit like that. So on my video, for my CPM, my video, "Oh no, Phil," has what? It has 3,000 views, a little over. But it has 3,000 views. So, shit, this isn't going to work, is it? That's not going to work because it's older than a month. So I need to find one that is during this month. Hold on. So this is from 3/14 to 3/14. Okay. So where's the video I posted 3/14? Why is everyone so mad? Live from Vegas. Okay, so on 3/14, sorry, that would have just covered the views that I got that video this month. It wouldn't have covered all 3,000. So I need to go to 314. Why is everyone so mad? Live from Vegas. Here. Actually, it's probably this one. Did I rename this one? It's got 1,696 views. Let me see. That's the wrong on 313. So it's not that one. Is it this one that's just hanging out? God damn it. No, that's still wrong. Hold on. Let me find one from this month. I was looking at the process date because I'm an idiot instead of looking at the published date. My interview still makes decent money. It's still being paid money. Oh, it's doing it by the most money that was made. So how many views did it have in that month? So that's over 2 months. Oh, I could do this. Hold on. That's over 2 months. Let's go back to this, to a different transaction. Give me just a second. Because it was published in February. So let's go to 2/23. That's right, baby. I'm trying to figure out my Rumble CPM, and I don't think that it says straight out what your CPM is. It does under analytics on YouTube, but I don't think it does here. Let me make sure it doesn't say it. The damn pay-per-view section there. Chat settings, static stream key, static live streaming API, auto syndication, pay-per-view, recurring subs, all videos, scheduled videos, monetized videos, policy violation. I guess I go to monetized videos. See if it's got any information there. Anyways, back to it. We are looking for that oh no fill. So it has to hit a threshold before they pay you anything for it. So there's some type of threshold here. And then after it hits the threshold, then it starts paying for whatever views you got on it for that month. Right? That's not it. That's not it. Big update. Nope, nope, nope. And it's only giving me that month. It's not giving me the all time. That one made 9 cents. Jesus Christ. I'm under Rumble profit sharing revenue is where I'm at, in case you're wondering. In case you're following along at home. The interview part 2. It made 11 cents that month. 15. Scotty, my boy, and the Island Boys. New Patreon show. Patreon show. Do not share. New Patreon show. Do not share. So it could be one of these. Screwed in. Let's grab my best one. That's from a recent date. Okay. New court documents. Phil Godlewski from 1/11 to 2024. How many does it have? It has streamed on. Where's the little eyeball disappear to all the time? I want to see how many views it has. Okay, 2850. Damn, why can I speak? It has 2850. 2,850 views. It made this much. Hold on. I'm fixing to tell you what my CPM is. So we do it by 1,000. Right, per milli, so that's 1,000. So that'd be 2.85 divided by 2.85 equals. Oh, that's wrong. Let me clear this. Clear everything. Clear everything. 1 point. My CPM is 50 cents. That's 2 different videos I've done it on. I thought I was doing it wrong the first time. My CPM is 50 cents per 1,000 views. Rumble's horrible. So, like, my CPM on YouTube, we'll go look at it right now. I don't mind sharing any of this stuff with you, but you just have to give me a second to find it all. Analytics. Revenue. My CPM on YouTube is, what's my average CPM? Oh, is it not going to show me anymore? It used to be right here, right? How you make your money. Almost all my money comes from watch page ads. Is it under analytics? Analytics, revenue. Usually gives you your average CPM. And instead it's giving me, oh, wait, maybe I got to go into advanced mode. Oh my goodness. What are all these things? Content, impressions, click-through rate, watch time, subscribers, estimated revenue, impressions, impression through click-through rate, revenue source, subscription status, subscription source, content type, playlist, more. Sorry. Give me just a second. They've changed YouTube Studio, and I don't like it, I guess. Oh, that's not bad. So my CPM average on my videos is over $14. It's $14.08. Now that's $14.08 per 1,000 views. Per 1,000 views compared to $14.08 versus 50 cents. $14.08 on YouTube versus 50 cents. Rumble's advertising rates suck. CPM stands for cost per milli, right? Which milli is for 1,000, and it is the paid what the company pays for your video, what you get from a company paying for your video per 1,000 impressions. Which an impression is basically a view, right? Cost per milli. So YouTube has a CPM. Let's say mine's 14. YouTube's probably charging 70. But they give me 14 of it. So that's where they're charging the advertiser or whatever. But I get about 14. And it depends on YouTube. It depends on what topic you cover. If you're into like not like crypto scams, but like real investing or building businesses or stuff like that, those are some of the highest CPMs, like $30, $40, $70 per 1,000 views. Because there's a bunch of companies that want to advertise that stuff on YouTube. Because if you're showing people how to build a business online, and actually legit showing it, not a scammer, not nothing like that, there's companies that want to advertise during those videos because they're based online. They know how much money's in it. They know what their turnaround, their average customer acquisition price is, so they'll spend more on it. But I don't even know what type of stuff would even advertise on my videos. I'm more like a catch-all, and most of them are not monetized or not fully monetized. They're like the yellow monetization, which is just, yeah, we can put an ad on this, but, you know, it might have some cuss words. It's not family friendly. It's not this. So I don't even get the top I don't even get the top revenue from advertisers. I get the yellow typically, and I have to review it. And most of the time it turns green afterwards. But it's not a sure thing. Sometimes they deny me. But I get most of my views when I'm live or right after a live the next day. But they don't usually turn my yellow to a green for several days. So I'm probably losing more money than that for sure.
If you, I guess it's cookies and stuff I'm dealing with, but we'll get it all ironed out. And but you can go there and check out the website. It shows you how to get into our store. When you get in the store, and I'm going to
Are vape companies allowed to advertise? They do if you're like, they do on vape shows for sure.
do it this old-fashioned way because I'm not seeing the updated version, which I know is there.
What type of ads do you guys see when you watch my YouTube? What type of ads come up?
And it's taking a minute for some of the items to populate.
A lot of you'll hear other people say cents per milli. That's usually what I say, or at least that pops in my head first.
But you can purchase T-shirts and CDs. There's a coffee cup mug right there. We've got a carry bag. It's a very cool carry bag. We've got
shitty merch.
Of my friends and fans that were over on
shitty blurry merch.
In the store. If you guys want to make a purchase over there, it helps us keep this going. And these are all
this is horrible.
T-shirts.
Sorry, I'm trying to make it look better.
And so if you go over there, you're picking up one of my smart aleck comments on the T-shirt or whatever. The logo, which has been my logo for 25 years, and will continue to be my logo. As a matter of fact, other people criticize that too. When you go to Wendy's,
you can make a ton of money. Like I don't hold nothing against anybody that's got an OnlyFans. You can make a ton of money on OnlyFans. Here's the problem. Girls nowadays are going to OnlyFans to build an audience. That's not how you become the big mega earners on OnlyFans. The way you become huge on OnlyFans and make a ton of money, you've got to have an audience somewhere else. You build an audience on Twitch or whatever. You build an audience, then you take them to OnlyFans to monetize the shit out of them. Right? Amaranth, huge streamer, huge audience, huge everything. Then she takes them. There's too many people on OnlyFans. It's too hard to search. People aren't going on there and like finding new people. It's this weird infatuation with, oh, this is somebody that I watch stream. This is somebody I know from so-and-so. This is somebody I went to school with. A lot of people sign up for OnlyFans for weird shit. Like, oh, this is a girl I went to high school with. I want to see what her butthole looks like. See what I'm saying? Like, you got to have the interest before you get to OnlyFans. No one goes to OnlyFans and just scrolls through a bunch of different girls. It's like, oh, I like this one. I guess I'll advertise to her.
That drawing of Wendy's daughter, or Wendy, the daughter of the owner of the company, was when she was younger.
Oh, we just missed it. Hold on. Making fun of his logo. Listen. So apparently when Bert was younger, he was Asian.
And so if you go over there, you're picking up one of my smart aleck comments on a T-shirt or whatever. The logo, which has been my logo for 25 years, and will continue to be my logo. As a matter of fact, other people have criticized that too. When you go to Wendy's,
other people have criticized his logo, and it's going to still be my logo.
That drawing of Wendy's daughter, or Wendy, the daughter of the owner of the company, was when she was younger. Now she's an older lady, my age, or maybe even older. But she still keeps the same logo because that's the company logo. And
so Wendy is still the Wendy's logo, the little girl, but she's 50 years old. You think she changed her logo? No, but how weird would it be if Wendy and the Wendy's logo was black? And then we see Wendy, the owner, who the logo's based on, and she's not black. Because when we see your logo, you're Asian. It doesn't look anything like you. But when we see you, you're like, that's me. That's me. You don't have to have a rack for OnlyFans. There's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of stuff that does well on OnlyFans. Some's not even nude. Like just, some people are just obsessed with like, I guess kind of sexy photos, but still clothed. Like some people don't even do nudity and they make a lot of money. Some people do. They'd be fucking themselves with a bedpost or whatever. But some people don't, right?
So if you want to make a purchase of any of these photographs, they're all there for sale. We have white T-shirts and black T-shirts. And we have a special way for you folks to help out. If you want to make a quick donation, you purchase one of our podcasts.
His website won't even load.
You can decide how much you want to pay for it. You can pay $500 for it because that's how much you want to send over to us so we can continue to operate, or you can pay as little as $50. But the nice thing about those logos is I sign them. They're brought to me, and I sign them, and we send them out to you in the mail. You get them within a few days, a week or so. And they're not populating right now on the website.
I wouldn't even mind if it was him when he was young, if that was his logo. It's not him. It's not him. It's some Asian guy. Why is it so Asian? Some people do cooking shows, sure. All right, just for comparison, this is Burt Lynch. Okay? This is Burt Lynch. in his best headshot he could possibly have. Now let's go get one of his logos. This is his logo. This is Burt Lynch and the headshot he sells now. So one of his best looking photos. It's been edited. It's highlights, lowlights. They've removed wrinkles. They've added extra hamburger meat down here for chest hair. This is the best looking picture he has of himself. He sells this as a headshot. Okay, this is him. This is his logo. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy right there? That's not Burt. If it was a younger Burt, that's fine. If it was a different Burt, that's fine. If he had a different haircut, you know, if he was wearing a different outfit, that's not even close to him. And why does it have one big tooth? Where are the teeth, Burt? You got a unitooth? That is not him. It's so Asian. Like it is anime Asian. That wasn't OnlyFans. The cleaning ladies, that's 100% on YouTube. I'm sure they link to their OnlyFans or whatever, but that's allowed on YouTube where they're just like bent over cleaning, saying sexy, weird shit.
I wish I could. It will get better once I get into a permanent studio because we'll have better internet. I guess we're lucky to just be on the air at this point. And so anyway, I'll come back over here and we will move on from this particular situation with the somewhat sharing the video with you. I apologize, but that was about the best I could do. Once I'm going to do a reboot later tonight and get the rest of this hardware working because the lights aren't lighting up and I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to see. So anyway, I'm stumbling, fumbling, and bumbling my way through Rumble, and we'll just have to go ahead and
the lights aren't lighting up. I don't know what's going on over here.
And I'm going to make an attempt, folks. I'm going to make an attempt to do a song for you folks. And I don't know how well it's going to go considering that everything's not really working right. But it's still early enough that I can get away with it because I'm in a hotel and not in a studio. But let's go ahead and see what we can do. All right. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to let me do that. Dash it. Well, let me see. Maybe I can do it this way. Didn't want to do this, but yeah, that's what I'll have to do. Okay. Here's something from Elvis. Maybe it's too late. Sometimes you hate myself loving you. Nighttime comes along, and I start loving you, wanting you. Where is all my self-control? I'm burning way down in my soul, needing you. Anyone with you. Knowing you don't love me like you should, but it's midnight. Oh, and I miss you. But it's getting late, and that's when I'm weak. Funny how things have a way of looking so much brighter in the daylight. I want to go to bed, and I'll straighten out my hair just to get you. Oh, but it's midnight, and I miss you. It's getting late, I know that's when I'm weak.
He's doing so good, guys. Keep listening.
I want to go to bed. It's a straight out my head just to get you. Oh, but it's midnight, and I miss you. But it's midnight, and I miss you. Oh, so that was Elvis. It's midnight and I miss you. I hope you guys liked it. There's a few technical issues here and there, but we managed to get through it. So
it's really technical.
Really sure, why the hardware is not acting properly, but at least you're hearing it. At least I heard it anyway in my headphones. So let's cue up another one here. Give me a second. Check out that logo.
Cue up the logo. Here we go. Gotta get another one, guys.
All right. So I do have my guitar with me. I had planned on introducing a brand new original song, but with the technical issues that are going on right now, I'm going to wait on that. We'll do that another time because I want to be able to have everything be just right for that one. So I'm going to try another song, and had a request the other night. Someone reached out to me and said, when you go back live again, would you please do 1 in a million? I did this before. Now, on many of you folks that saw me live, let me go check out some of these comments. And but you saw me live, you may have heard me do this song, but if you try to go back and watch a rerun, it's been muted. And as a result of that, I didn't post any of those episodes, those Facebook episodes, on Rumble. I'm just going to leave those out. We'll just consider those water under the bridge. But I want to see if I missed any comments that need to be responded to. So someone's saying they're late. It's okay. And there's Terry. So hi, Terry. Thanks for being here.
Okay, Terry. And, thank God Terry's here.
And Blue Jay says, oh, no, I missed your Elvis song. We'll do it again.
Yeah, he always looks like he's in pain. It looks like he doesn't even like his voice.
Jenny, I can't turn it off and on again. If I turn it off, I'll lose the signal to you guys. I think it'll go blank. So I would try that, but I don't believe that would be a good move. And so we're going down the road on 3 tires, but we're going down the road. So let's just keep it that way. But thank you for the advice. Appreciate it. If you could drop a link in his channel, I'm not sure what this is here. What is J Height A is talking about here, but moderators, you might want to check that.
Dr. J's going to harass me if I don't stop bullying you.
Yeah, that's some people make some comments about the sound. If I could see my settings in front of me, which I can't see right now, I would have been able to tell that the sound was off, but I couldn't hear it in my headphones, so I knew it wasn't there. So a lot of people making comments about the can. So I appreciate that, you guys. And I'm sorry I wasn't watching. I was too busy trying to figure it out. And I've just been told that someone just got sent on their way. That's good. That's the way I like to see it.
Text message. Beep, beep, beep. Banned another one. Banned another one. Beep, 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 beep. Banned 1. Banned 2. Banned 3.
Somebody said they tried to hit the thumbs up button. It's not working. Does the thumbs down? I'd rather you didn't do a thumbs down. Thank you. But and somebody says Bert's audio is choppy. No, I'm not sure how to respond to that. One said I liked and followed because the Rumble charges to subscribe on most channels. No, there's no fee for subscribing. Not that I know of. I don't know. Maybe one of my mods can tell me, but I don't know. No, you can subscribe, and there's no fee for that. I'm not doing the pay-per-view type thing. I'm not doing that. Rumble is free. Somebody said that. No, that was me. How do I follow the channel? You can hit follow, just hit subscribe. If you hit subscribe, you're going to get an email every day that I'm going live. So I want to make sure that I'm trying to answer as many of these as I can. Blue Jay, hitting the dislike does not help. Okay, it doesn't help. But
so I convinced everybody that the thumbs up didn't work. The thumbs up doesn't work. So just hit the thumbs down. It does the same thing. That's what I was told.
I'd rather you just go ahead and go somewhere and dislike somebody else. Connie says, I don't think you might be a little too old for this technology. I'm as good once as I ever was, baby. And I'm not going to let the technology scare me off.
I'm as good as I once was.
Go right on there and order you one.
Maybe you're too old for this technology. I'm as good as I once was. And I'm not being ran off by this technology.
I'd love to sell you one. Wanda's telling somebody how to join Rumble, so I appreciate that. Or the mug, they're really cool. Thank you. That was me. So I can see some of these people. Well, I'll tell you, folks, there's a lot of folks making comments. I'm not going to be able to respond to all of them. I apologize if I didn't get to your question. But, this is the first night that we've done this, and so there's going to be a learning curve. And I have missed a whole bunch of comments, but I'm not going to be able to get to them tonight. So what we're going to do, folks, is someone requested me to do the song 1 in a million. And so I'm going to go ahead and lay that down for you. I hope you enjoy it. Well, that's not so bad. Yeah, we got a little technical problem here again. Larry Graham did this song. Love played the game on me so long. Started to believe I couldn't find anyone. Now try to convince me to get in. Same again. And then one day, love came shining through. The rain had stopped and my skies were blue. And oh, a revelation to see someone was saying I love you to me. Oh, chance of a lifetime, and life showed compassion, and said to me, a stroke of love called you. Oh, what a beauty you. I was a lonely man, with empty arms to fill, till I found a piece of happiness to call my own. And now life is worth living again, for to love you to me is to live. Oh, passion and send to me a strong love.
Jesus Christ, it's bad, bad, bad. I gotta skip it. I can't do it. Oh my God, he's having a seizure. That's the Helen Keller.
Yeah.
Got the Helen Keller going on. Look at him. Professional musicians do not do karaoke. You got it, Bert. You got it.
Well, I hope you folks enjoyed.
It does kind of sound like that goat that like screams, the screaming goat that sticks his tongue out or whatever.
And I am a singer and entertainer first, and a podcaster second, and so here I am. Every show will include some music, and some folks are telling me there's no audio. Folks are out there criticizing and saying, don't they strike you for copywritten? First of all, I am a member of ASCAP and BMI, and I have permission to use this material, and Rumble does not strike you for it. And that's why I left Facebook. So I would have gotten a text if there was an audio problem, so I know that we're okay there. So those of you that are on there trying to screw me up, just so you know, I disconnect the comments when I'm singing so that I'm not distracted by that. So now I see a few comments, and if you're going to try and do that while I'm on here, it's just not going to get you anywhere. Folks, I'm just sorry, but I know that there's people who just don't have any lives, and all they want to do is cause problems for people. It's sad. It's sad, but you folks do exist. And somebody saying that they're not getting any audio, no audio. My screen just froze. Audio is working.
We were trying to convince him that his audio wasn't working. Just no audio, no audio. Someone's like, audio's fine in all caps. I'm like, I'm glad it's fine for you. But there's at least 10 people in the chat that are saying no audio. So clearly something's going on.
Someone named @Jesus says they hit the dislike button and that worked.
I hit the dislike button. That worked.
So you guys know what to do with that one.
You guys know what to do with that one.
So folks, this is
the thumbs up wasn't working. Only the thumbs down was available. Sorry.
And it is what it is. I knew we'd get on here and we'd discover things. Mod, I haven't heard from Terminator. Is Terminator functioning? Okay. Well, folks, what I want to do is we're gonna end it here tonight. I said I'd go about an hour, which is what we've done. And I was going to try and bring you one more piece, but I can still do that. And we're going to go ahead and haven't had a chance to show this to my audience in a long time. And so it feels good to be able to go ahead and do it. This is a song that I wrote about the American flag. It's called Raise Up, O Glory. For those of you that have never seen my show before, Raise Up, O Glory is a song that I wrote about the flag. And I'll do that again right there. And I recorded this on September 10th, 2001, the day before 9/11, is when I actually recorded this song. I wrote it many, many years prior to that. So when you have all the podcasters and stuff that tell you that they've been inspired to be a podcaster and do all those things since Trump lost the stolen election. And by the way, we can say that on this channel. The stolen. I've been doing.
We can say that.
I was the leader of the United States Air Force Band in 1980. So we're
cast them trolls out. You got it.
3 years ago, I think, is what it is.
You guys want to see an old video of Bert someone sent me? The trolling was fun. You just had to be there, I guess. It was pretty fun. I found an old Bert video someone sent to me. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Let's grab this old Bert. Actually, we'll probably watch a TikTok video in between because I've got this link as well. TikTok. Wrangle Star. Oh no. What is that?
Beloved, urgent warning.
Okay.
There are a group of Philistines running about, filling meter bases with concrete. $6.99 at Home Depot. Why would they fill them with concrete? So they can't be shut off. That's just terrible.
Wrangle Stars went wild, dude. So now he's not suggesting you fill your meter base with concrete so they can't turn off your water.
Beloved, urgent warning. There are a group of Philistines running about, filling meter bases with concrete. $6.99 at Home Depot. Why?
Wrangle Stars, wild, dude.
Beloved, urgent warning. There are a group of Philistines running about, filling meter bases with concrete. $6.99 at Home Depot. Why would they fill them with concrete? So they can't be shut off.
And send him money, Burgie.
That's just terrible.
So everything he says you shouldn't do, like he'll be like, oh, don't fill up a balloon with used motor oil and sand just in case the robot overlords come to take over your house. And this works down in their joints, their crevices, their wheels, and their tracks and destroys them and really messes up a camera. Like everything he says not to do, you're supposed to be doing. But he's afraid to say it because they'll come after him. Here we go. Burt Lynch.
Hi, I'm here with Burt tonight. If I could get you to introduce yourself.
Sure, my name is Burt Lynch. I've been friends with Paul Scally for a long time. This is going to be a great show, and I wouldn't miss the first one for anything.
Awesome. How did Paul bring you out tonight?
How does Burt for the last 40 years has looked 60? It's not that he actually looks 60. It looks like he's 60. For the last 30 years, it looks like he's 60 and he had bad plastic surgery.
Worked together for years. I'm also a comedian and an actor and a musician, and he said, you know, this is my big night. I want you here, and I'm here, and I'm excited for him. Really excited.
Awesome. And where can people see you other than tonight and here?
I just finished up my summer tour, and so I am back in town again and putting together some things. I'm going to do one of the nights with Paul here coming up. I'm not sure when, but I'm all around.
Never.
You can find it at burtlynch.com and find out where I'm playing.
Excellent. And any final words for the audience?
If you're not here tonight, you're missing a great show, but come next week, it's going to be fabulous.
Now Burt can't afford to go to any of those shows.
Awesome.
It says Paul Scally at the Laugh Factory. You might know this comedian from, it says Paul Scally, originally from the UK, is now based in Las Vegas and is a star and producer of the highest-ranked new comedy show in Las Vegas, Grand Laughs Comedy Show, currently at Palms Hotel and Casino. Scally, a transplant from the UK, is known for being one of the most likable, fastest comics in Vegas with his fresh, sharp, edgy remarks and observational humor. Scally is a true crowd pleaser that will have you gasping for more. Before obtaining his Vegas residency, Scally worked all the major clubs in town, the world-famous Laugh Factory at Tropicana to Bud Friedman's Harris Improv. Scally has performed on the Plaza stage, replacing Louis Anderson for a one-night special, and also alongside Vinny Favorito at the Flamingo. More recently, Scally joined in an all-star cast for the holiday show special at the Westgate Hotel and Casino for the Toys for Tots benefit show. Earlier in 2014, Scally performed to a sellout crowd at Boston University, proving he can command most audiences in America. Over the last few years, Scally has been writing and performing his own one-man stand-up comedy show, touring the UK and USA. Paul Scally Live. As a show host and presenter, he has entertained audiences all over the world with his original and crazy live theater shows, public speaking engagements, alternative stand-up, comedy routines, cruise ship show, and most recently in front of the camera with Red One Productions, The Travel Channel, and Bitch Slap TV. Paul has many different styled stand-up shows where he manages to create many varied and exciting performance situations. He has worked with some of the top comedians as well as comedy television writers from the United Kingdom as well as the United States to create these highly entertaining shows. Feel free to get involved as Paul includes the audience in his unique comedic style. Paul's wide range and experience helps him create an atmosphere to suit most audiences, from studio warm-up to corporate entertainment. He has a natural and exceptional ability to tailor his material to suit any audience and venue. Truly, Paul Scally is one of the rare breeds of comedians who can perform in the alternative comedy store as well as being a crowd pleaser in family entertainment. In April 2012, Paul made the move out to Las Vegas to perform alongside some of the biggest names in comedy and has not looked back since. The highlights of Paul's stand-up comedy career so far have been performing at New York Comedy Festival and a full-length sellout show at Edinburgh Fringe. In December 2012, Paul performed a Christmas special live in L.A. alongside Andy Dick, old school employee of the month, the Andy Dick Show. Paul also played King Heron in the blaxploitation spoof of the birth of baby Jesus. Director Anthony Rouvier from Third Watch, Tropic Thunder, and Adjustment Bureau. 2011-2012, Paul played comedy clubs across the UK and the East Coast of the USA, entertaining in cities such as New York City and Boston. At the end of 2010, Paul wrote and performed his first full live theater show, Paul Scally Public Research, a raw look at the lives of the British public and on the last night of the tour played the new Victorian Theater and filmed his first DVD. I wonder why none of this mentions, literally none of this mentions Bert. It mentioned a bunch of people that he had performed with. It was just none of them were Bert. That's weird.
I am here
Seems
with
like they're
Bert
real
tonight.
good
If I could
friends.
get you to introduce yourself.
Sure, my name is Bert Lynch. I've been friends with Paul Scally for a long time.
Grand
This is
Laughs
going to be a
comedy
great show, and I wouldn't miss the first one for anything.
Awesome. How did Paul bring you out tonight?
Paul and I have worked together for years. I'm also a comedian and an actor and a musician. And
a comedian? Where the fuck is that at? By the way, so he's at some type of premiere, right? He's at some type of premiere for this Grand Laughs comedy show with Paul Scally. This guy probably invited everybody in. Like, he's like, oh, we're real good friends. He got me here. He brought me. He probably invited 1,000 fucking people. He doesn't know Bert.
He said, you know, this is my big night. I want you here, and I'm here, and I'm excited for him. Really excited.
Awesome. And where can people see you other than tonight?
He's a comedian. Can you see Bert being funny ever?
In here.
I just finished up my summer tour, and so I am back in town again and putting together some things. I'm going to do one of the nights with Paul here coming up. I'm not sure when, but
this is from back in 2015. I found it. It says, I love a good comedy show. The Grand Laughs comedy show starring Paul Scally did not disappoint. Paul and his featured comedians left us laughing. So this is like a review of it. Only at the Palms Hotel and Casino, the lounge, Thursday night. Doors open at 8 p.m. Shows at 9 p.m.
I'm all around. You can find it at bertlynch.com and find out where I'm playing.
Excellent. And any final words for the...
He's got to be funny, right? Tell us a joke, Bert. Next time you do your show, tell us a joke.
The audience?
What's your opener? Hell, what's your closer? Just tell us a joke.
If you're not here tonight, you're missing a great show, but come next week. It's going to be fabulous.
Awesome.
There you go. Bert the comedian, everybody. Who would have known? Thank you guys for joining us. I got to get off here. I've had a hell of a week. I'm wore the fuck out. I was sitting in the Jeep when I got here to the office. I was sitting in the Jeep listening to something on my phone, and I didn't want to miss it. Like, it was in the background. I was trying to hear something, and I fell the fuck asleep in the Jeep. So I'm going home. I'm going to get a rest. Please consider contributing to the show. Work is kicking my ass this week, but hopefully we'll be back on schedule next week, and moving forward, we'll be back at it. It's just a lot of stuff to get ready for the season coming up where most people will be there. Consider making a contribution to the show. That's how we keep it running. That's how we keep the lights on, bills paid, rent, all that stuff at coldbeer.fund, coldbeer.fund. I was going to cover something else and go a little bit longer because I started so late, but fuck, I'm tired, guys. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to miss 2 days in a row. I probably shouldn't even done one today. I didn't want to miss 2 days in a row. But like I said, this hectic part of work should be wrapping up, and I'll be back with you more often. So hope to get some videos out, some recorded videos, some TikTok videos.
Got a small dick.
I'm thinking
Wait till it
about.
get hard. She gonna be like, damn, shit, my God.
Thank you very much for the 6-pack. That's from Buffering. I'm thinking about recording a bunch of shorts for like when I make these YouTube videos, like on cars, my one with like the mechanical stuff, modding stuff, I guess, or trying stuff. I think I'm going to record all those and then put a bunch of shorts out with them leading up to like a premiere on YouTube. So make sure you're following me at some of the accounts where you can watch shorts. And that whole creation will be on a YouTube channel called Cold Beer Creations. Not Cold Beer Confessional, Cold Beer Creations on YouTube and my TikTok channel, you guys know. So I'll get a link for it later on when we start releasing videos. It'll be a little bit, but I'm going to start off with a one wheel, but I got a bunch of plans to do a bunch of mechanical stuff, and I'll be funny either way. That's my thing, right? So if you want to come laugh, have fun, maybe learn something, come check out the other channel where we don't have to talk about grifters or fucking haters or the people who's like, Will supports this. Who cares? Guys, love you, see you, bye. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm winding down. I can already feel my eyelids getting heavy. Have a good night, guys. See you on the next one.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a sixth sense for the stupid shit. Where my true believer? Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like fool in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set.
God, I'm tired. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to
Don't jump here at the end and be like, great show, Will. Get out of here, Atsuka. Get out of here.
Some of us meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof.
Right at the end.
Orbit strapped to F-16. High on amphetamine with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of
Good luck with the old fiasco with Taiwan.
on his shoulder and said, this is gonna be it. Whoa. Wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. What are you doing? Stop.